Hello everyone! Happy Friday part 2. I just did a sunset and instead of pausing the video I stopped it. So I wanted to say about this that this is a really simple collage practice, taking strips and just playing around with color. It's interesting that it looks like ocean with all the torn edges. I've covered up the straight edges, and it looks almost realistic. And it's just strips of paper and sky as well. The torn edges really blend the pieces so that they look like they're, just one sky. It's a really easy collage style to try. So go ahead and try that. And so the next one that we are going to do, let me do this page here. I kind of call this one, pile it on. I have some magazine images that have a lot of things on them already, and I am going to glue those down on the bottom just to save time. I did another video about doing this and using a blank table and no glue, just arranging stuff, putting stuff on top of stuff, overlapping things. And so if you want to see that, the video is there. But this one is just, I want to have some stuff down there first just to save time. Sometimes it's easier to do that, and then I will place things on top to cover up the bits that I don't like. And so these are too big, and I am going to cut them down. Make them the right size. I need to do it the other way. Okay. Let's make sure I'm about where I want to be. I'm just going to rip. It's bigger than I wanted, so that's good. Put that to the side. And then I need to rip off that on the bottom. So that makes the page about the right size. And then I need to do the same for this one. I need to rip it off about there. It's going to go over the edge, and then I'm going to take off about that much on the bottom, and that fills up the page pretty well. All right, so what I'm going to do is glue those pages down, and I'm not going to make you watch me do all of that. I will come right back. Let's see if I can pause and not stop the video this time. Okay, so I didn't get it glued down perfectly. There's all kinds of clumps and wrinkles, and it's not exactly sized correctly. It doesn't matter. This is a junk journal. It's supposed to be ugly. It's not supposed to be perfect, and I'm not worried about it. So this is one of those, this is really fun. Pile the stuff on. And I got quite a bit of stuff here to start out with, so it makes it a whole lot more fun. And I've got some stuff here. So the only rule for this one is your items can't be squared off. No rectangles, no squares, no glue book type images. You want everything to have a shape. You want a lot of stuff. And I am just going to start covering up the words and things just to see what I'm working with, what I need to put down. where I need to cover things that I don't want. And what's really fun about this is you can add as much as you want, or just add a few pieces. Start with the larger things. And there's a straight edge here, so I am going to cover that up. Trying to disguise that just a little bit. Start with larger things, and we're going to work our way down to some smaller bits. It's getting smaller and smaller. I like this already, and I've almost covered up the things that I don't like to see. I still need some stuff down here. I can put that there. This is close enough. This will be easiest to start gluing now, and then I can start covering up little bits. So start with large things. Make sure you don't have a lot of straight edges. I've got a straight edge here that I will have to disguise, and that's what the littler stuff is fun for, to put things on top of those to disguise them so you can't really tell. And the more you pile on these, the more interesting they get. I love the little details. Just adding more and more of the details. And I'll get to that as soon as I get this part done. So I did another video with a variation of this process, this experiment. But that video is no glue. So this one I am going to actually, let's put him up this way so it covers all of that. So this one I'm gluing as I go, and these usually turn out pretty fun. They are fun to do, but you do need to give your items some shape. I think I need to put this house or whatever this is underneath the cup. You need to give things a shape just so they blend together better. That needs to come down just a little bit. I didn't realize I was at the edge of, I'm not at the edge of the page. Let me put that down just a little bit too, because the main picture I put on there was a little short. So let me cover up that mistake. I think I've got that pretty well done. And let me start over here, covering these little bits. Put him up there. Pretty big image. This glue is not the best. I guess that's why I'm using it. Let's see, let's put her right there, a little bit up, and stick these hands underneath. I am disguising that straight edge right here. So let me put those there, and I'm kind of covering up this person on a bike, so I'll have to fix that. Fixing everything is a lot of fun. Let me put glue on this one. And then let me see what I've got here. So we'll put that there. And I've covered up quite a bit of the stuff that I don't really want to see. I still have some here, maybe some here. So I am going to go with items that are just a little bit smaller. And start covering things, hiding straight edges. I need to fix that. I thought I had a little face. I might want to wait till the end. So I could put that there, but I kind of like this flower here. So that's pretty much doesn't really need to be used. I could put the hand, but that's too big. She's too big too. Yeah, I could stick her right there. Let me do that. Cover up the bottom there. Just like that. All right, now I want to cover this up. That's about the right size. I don't like the looks of those words right there, so let me just put a house. What else do I have? I've got some things that need to be fussy cut. I wanted to show you that things don't have to be exactly fussy cut, but cut around them so they have a little bit of a shape. So they're not a square picture. And this, when you add this to the picture, and I thought he would be really cool looking, standing on this guy's shoulder. It gives it a little shape, so it kind of disguises the fact that it's collaged on. It's glued on. I can do that with this too. It's a stamped image, not even a magazine image. It's just an elephant stamp that I have. And where can I put him? Oh, he would be cool right there. So this is the fun part. Just piling on the little bits. I don't want to cover up that. I need to find that little face I had. And here's a spot here too that is a straight edge. Don't really like the looks of it, so let me put something on top of it. To disguise it. And actually, before it dries, I am going to cut off that branch because it looks a little strange. Just cut it off like that, and then it just, you really have to look at it to notice that it's a little wrong. I've got this little coffee cup here. Where can I put it? Probably right there on his beak, Where is that face? I've lost the face. There it is. And it's not fussy cut at all. And I'm just going to leave it that weird shape that it is and put that on her head so she doesn't look like she's been headless, so she doesn't look like she's headless. So I can go on and on. How many other little things do I have? I've got a little car. I've got a shoe. I've got a little frog sticker. I've got some giraffes. They might be fun just coming out of the bottom there. I do love adding the details. You can stop at any point if you just want to add a little bit. I find it really a lot of fun just to keep going until you can't go anymore. This little car, let's give him a little bit of a shape. And find a place for him. On top of his head. We put the shoe down there somewhere. There's a little spot right here that needs to be covered up. And I'm not using any really precious images. The shoe, coffee cup, you can find those everywhere. And I put the frog on there. He's got a lot of white around him, so let me just cut some of that off so it's not quite so stark white around him. Now let me see if I can get the sticker part off. Sometimes when I cut around stickers, they don't like to come apart. Here we go. And where we could put that frog right there on the leaf. Put something up there. So I'm going to stop. I could continue on and just keep going. I've got some other little pictures. It's just one of those. Stop when you feel like it. And I need to cut that off because I made it go down the page a little bit. And this isn't perfect, and it's okay. But it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. I probably should have disguised this little hand right here, but I'm not going to worry about it. This is such a fun practice, exercise, experiment to see all the different things you put together that are not related, that don't belong together. Black and white with color, different types of paper. I think this guy is a dictionary page. It's a sticker. There's black and white pictures, there's color pictures. They're different sizes, they're different shapes, and it's just fun to keep adding stuff and adding stuff. So if you're interested in more of this, I do have the video. There'll be an end card at the end of the video where I will link that exercise to this video. So happy Friday, everybody. I hope this is fun for you. And I will come back next Friday with a few more fun junk journal collage ideas. Thanks for watching.